Page 47, Love Somebody. Now this piece is in a lot of method books too. At top of the page in the blue box up there, they're introducing you to another symbol, a musical symbol now that we need to know forever and ever and ever. It sort of looks like a hat upside down. Actually, it's the box. The little line above the box, that represents a line in the staff. So the symbol is actually a box. You see it in the first measure in the bottom staff. You see the box in the middle of that? Okay. It is a whole rest, and it's the same as a whole note, except instead of playing something, you're quiet. And that's what it is. Just simply, it accounts for the beats. You see, according to music theory, every measure in both staves have to have a certain number of beats in them, according to the time signature. Now, before this, they couldn't do it because you didn't have all the symbols you needed. They'd just leave the measure empty. Look on page 46, on the first measure, the second, on the bottom staff there, it's empty. Well, that's because you don't know what those symbols are to fill in those 3 beats of silence. So here on page 47, they're giving you the symbol for 4 beats, or, get ready for this, the whole rest has double duty. It can represent the same as a whole note as far as how many counts it gets, or it can represent a whole measure regardless of how many counts it gets. So even if on page 46 it's 3/4 time, we could still use a whole rest in that measure over there. If you want to draw one in, draw one in. And it accounts for however many beats the measure is. That way, every measure has the right number of beats in it. It's part of music theory. It's part of what we're trying to do to understand things. Just be quiet. That's all. It's a rest. So I look it over. It's 2 lines long. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature. Back to 4 beats in a measure. It has a repeat sign. We're going to do it twice. I see quarter notes, half notes. That's pretty much it. And the whole rest, of course. Let's take it one hand at a time. Make sure we know what each hand is doing. The right hand, you're starting here. And I want to caution you now, is once you know where your hand is, and we're not moving around here, we're staying right here, you don't need any of these other finger numbers. Please don't get in the habit of reading the finger numbers. It's a mistake. Some people think it's wonderful. Faber does that. Oh, give me lots of finger numbers. I hate that. Just, you need to know where the hand is, and you need to know which note your fingers are on, and read the notes. Because when the music gets more involved and you start moving around, if you don't know the notes, you can't read the notes, you're lost. So here, you're in this position, you don't need any of these other finger numbers for the right hand. Here. So it's no big deal, I hope. Okay. Left hand, well, you got these things. You have an F G, you have an F G, E G here, and a D G. So you got a second, a third, and a fourth. Okay, and then later you go back up. Isn't this fun? Then we put the hands together. Well, this is the part where the notes up above come in. Before you put the hands together, in the left hand, name each harmonic interval. Remember, harmonic is when they go down at the same time. Melodic is when it's one after the other. In the left hand, all they have are harmonic intervals. Here, so you got a second, a third, and a fourth. And that's really the ones you're doing. Okay. In the right hand, you got the melodic intervals. You have a third, and then a fourth, and then a second, and then a fourth. So you can go through and name the intervals. Now let's put the hands together. We're here. And in the left hand, again, you don't need these other finger numbers. Once you know where the hand goes, use whatever fingers are on those notes. Read the notes, not the numbers. So we're here, and then second measure, it's here, and then here, and here. You just have to go over that and over and over. Just do the best you can. Don't lift up here because you're lifting up here. Don't go. Connect this. No. You have to lift up in the left hand. It's a chord, but here. And so you go through and work it out, the hands together. Work on the hard parts so you're comfortable. Then get rid of the hesitations throughout. And again, you should be able to see or play this without looking at the keyboard eventually. Then I think about the articulation. Well, they give us slurs and slurs. If you want to put in the sentences, lift up between the sentences. They have commas in here. To me, those are too short. It gets too choppy. I don't care for choppy unless that's the style of the piece. To me, it's like every two measures should be a sentence. So I'm going to connect every two measures together and then lift up. Lift up. Lift up. To me, that makes more sense. I mean, the punctuation in the words is a good guide, but you don't necessarily have to follow it. You have to follow what you feel is right, what sounds good. Then the dynamics, well, F-P. So the first time you play it, you can play it loud, whatever that is. And the second time you play it, you can play it soft. You'll have to decide what louds and softs are. And then the speed, merrily. Well, we're back to the mood again. To me, merrily is about moderately happy. It's a fun piece. I missed it before, but look at the beginning of the second line. In between the stabs, you see F both times. They're telling you to play the second line loud both times. So the soft part is only going to be for the first line. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but the idea is feel them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start feeling the music and getting into it. Let's play it very slowly, and this is after you've learned it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. We're not getting into the music here. This is mechanical. Not doing any dynamics, play it all about the same, but we will do the repeat, so I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 4. Repeat. There's a duet at the bottom of the page here. I'd like to play that. And you play what you just played, but we're going to speed it up to merrily now, sort of. Now on this one, you just play where you're at. You don't have to move around. You just stay right where you're at and play it. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. repeat.